No, I mean, the Elephant Orchestra isn't funny. It has its humorous elements, but there's nothing wrong with that. We're very serious about making beautiful music. Call it experimental music if you like. The elephants like it, most of them. Some of them get very, very involved. So, no, we are making serious music.
ช้างนี่เป็นสัตว์ฉลาดนะครับแล้วก็รักสนุกดีกว่าไม่ใช่ชอบรักสนุกช้างส่วนใหญ่ทุกตัวจะรักสนุกเวลาช้างอยู่ด้วยกันเนี่ยเราจะเห็นว่าเขาจะวิ่งเล่นกันวิ่งอะไรกันได้นะครับอย่างเช่นยกตัวอย่างที่ศูนย์เราเนี่ยมีช้างแม่ลูกอยู่2คู่นะครับถ้าสมมติคู่หนึ่งมาถึงก่อนแล้วอีกคู่หนึ่งเพิ่งมาถึงเนี่ยเขาจะทักทายกันแล้วลูกเขาจะวิ่งไปวิ่งมาส่งเสียงร้องหากันนะครับซึ่งทางท่านอาจารย์ลิชาก็ได้อัดเสียงตรงนี้ไว้อยู่นะครับแล้วคิดว่าจะมิกลงในชุดนี้ด้วยใช่ไหมครับอาจารย์เป็นภาพที่น่ารักมากช้างเขารักสนุกอยู่แล้วครับเขามีจิตใจของศิลปินมีอะไรนะครับเพราะอย่างเราสอนให้ช้างเล่นดนตรีเนี่ยแป๊บเดียวช้างเล่นเป็นบางทีสอนคนยังยากกว่าสอนช้างนะครับสอนช้างวาดรูปเนี่ยแป๊บเดียวก็วาดได้นะครับครับจังที่เลยครับสีไว้
แก้วอันนี้แก้วอ๋อมันอะไรอันนี้แก้ว
Another question that arises frequently is some variation on who's making this music. I mean, you're telling the elephants to play, you're building the instruments. Well, this is a good question, but I think it also should arise with people. If you're playing, say, in the school orchestra when you're a kid, like I did, I mean, are you doing it because you want to do it? Did you build the instruments? Did you write the music? Of course not. So what's the difference here? Well, I'd say one difference is that in the orchestra or a jazz band, I pretty much had to play what they tell me to play. The elephants aren't. I mean, we tell them to start and to stop. And sometimes when we tell them to stop, they don't even listen and they keep playing. It's very hard to tell a 10,000-pound animal to stop if they don't want to stop. But the elephants are, within the start and stop, everything else is generally open up to the elephants. You know, we just say start playing and they can play whatever they want. They're not going to be euphonious with the other ones, but if we take them out, and I move her to the other ones, but these guys are good. Prati like, look, see, she just picked it up herself. We didn't tell her to pick it up. He just told her to hit it, but that's after she was already starting to do it anyway. Nobody's making her hit it now. That's a good girl.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
It looks to me like it's not mic'd.
Which?
The big gong.
Well, it's hitting the back of that thing.
It looks like it's not mic'd. เอาไมค์นี้ติดกับคล้องยายได้ไหม
We're trying to get the elephants really to not play like human musicians and try to find out what they enjoy, what sounds good to them, to the extent that we can figure out what sounds good to them, you know, what they enjoy doing. I think initially, when we were first building instruments, I kind of did want them to sound like human instruments, and particularly Thai instruments. You know, I was traveling, hearing music in the temples, and I said, well, let's get it to sound like that temple music. Thai people tell me sometimes it does sound like temple music, but as we go further and further, I think what we're trying to do is actually make it sound like the way the elephants play. We don't really want it to sound like the way that people play. They have their own thing to do.
Well, I myself love the music. Some people don't, but what's really interesting is that the people that really love it are, for example, children and basically people with open minds. People that are super orderly don't really enjoy it because they need a drum track or a bass player, or they need a structure on which to tag it, whereas people that are willing to just kind of shut off their brain and open up their ears, universally love it. When we did the first one, I really thought, okay, we'll get a couple of gag newspaper stories like man bites dog stories. The media came, they came in droves, but what was really surprising that everybody paid great respect to the project and considering that we were making real music. There were a lot of funny taglines and bits of humor. It was almost compulsory. But basically, everybody took us very seriously. I've been working with elephants since 1977. I came to Thailand in 1980. At the time, nobody had any interest in conserving elephants or providing welfare whatsoever. Then sort of in the mid-80s, they became interested in wild elephants. The early 90s, domesticated elephants. And I would say now that the whole Thai populace is extremely interested in the welfare of the elephants, and I hope very much that our center had a large part in that awareness.
ภาคภูมิใจที่สุดเลยค่ะว่าช้างเอเชียเนี่ยได้ทำชื่อเสียงให้กับประเทศไทยให้ที่ศูนย์อนุรักษ์ช้างไทยนี่นะคะแล้วเขาก็คิดว่าช้างทุกเชือกก็ดีใจนะคะที่เห็นชาวต่างชาติได้มาชมเขามีความภูมิใจแล้วก็ดีใจแล้วก็เต็มใจที่จะแสดงให้